Mrs. Bennett, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to have this interview with Dauphin News, the digital female media in Haiti. As you are going to introduce yourself to the public, could you tell us how did you start your career and why did you choose this profession?
So I always wanted to be something like a journalist. When I was little, I wanted to be a detective. But then I grew up and I went to school and I started working on the paper and I realized what power you have as a journalist and that you get to see and do so many different things and you get to, try so many different issues. So I've always wanted to be a journalist.
I understand that you are the 29th director of Voice of America. Are you the first woman to hold this position?
No, I'm not. There actually was a woman, Mary Bitterman, that's her picture right there.
Oh.
And she was the first woman director. And then there was a second one called Evelyn Lieberman. So I'm the third woman out of 29, which is not a good ratio.
You are a senior journalist with a huge experience. How do you see the evolution of women in this profession?
So right now, in journalism schools in particular, there's more women than men enrolling. And you're starting to see women get up into the higher ranks. Journalism is like every other profession in the United States where there were a lot of women getting a lot of success right up into the high middle level, and it was very hard to get to the next level. And I think you're starting to see that change. So I think that there's reasons to be optimistic.
In general, we talk about difficult situation of women in leadership position. When she does, most of the time they are facing discrimination. Have you ever been discriminated because of your gender? If yes, how did you fight these issues?
Well, remember, I started my career a very, very, very long time ago when discrimination was the absolute norm. People expected that we would work for a year or two and then go home and have babies. So nobody took it very seriously that they were going to train us or give us opportunities. So it was really normal to be discriminated against. And so all of the women in my generation, we had to really fight to get opportunities and to say, no, me, I want to do it. Don't just send him, because you'd find yourself with a big story and they'd be going, you, and you go and do it. And I'd be like, no, I want to go too. And that was very helpful. And I found that in a lot of ways, men were my most valuable allies, because even though there was discrimination just in general and people didn't see that women could be successful, a lot of men did want women to be successful and helped us a lot.
What do you think women need to succeed in this profession?
So there's two kinds of problems. There's the external problem of the discrimination and the pressure and maybe hostility, but there's also your internal problem, which is seeing yourself as being somebody that's worthy or somebody that can really do things. And you actually have a lot of control over this one. And the more you say to yourself, like I was saying, me, I want to do this, you get more power to then kind of push back against this. It's not just that you take your own power and things will work, but it gives you a chance to push back effectively against the discrimination.
Tell us about your greatest achievement in your journalistic career.
Oh God, that's so hard. I can't think of any greatest achievement. I've had so much fun. I've had so many adventures, so many great places. I've had big newspapers, small newspapers. I've been a reporter. I've been a foreign correspondent. I'm here at VOA with a very big news organization. It's hard to say. I just think my greatest achievement is that I had so much fun.
But do you have a good souvenir, something that is in your memory?
There's just a lot of stories where I feel very proud that we did the hard work so that people would know things about things they didn't know. There were times when we found people who were stealing money from workers' pension funds. And we found it out, and they went to jail. There was a time when there was some research money that was being given to the wrong group of sick people. And we showed that too. That was about AIDS. They were giving all the AIDS money to people that didn't actually have AIDS. And so we were able to show that. So I feel really good about things where we did stories that really made a difference.
Since you are the director of VOA, is there any particular program you created for women? If so, how does it impact their lives?
Oh my goodness, we've done a lot of different programs for women. We started the Women's Caucus. So that was a group of women that meet regularly as a team, and they have the responsibility of helping us to advance the careers of women and also improve the coverage of women's issues. So that was the one thing. We helped create a program I'm really excited about. It's called Our Voices, and it's a program that broadcasts into Africa. All women anchors, 4 women anchors from 4 different parts of Africa. That's very exciting. And they don't just broadcast, women's issues, work, family, conflict things. They broadcast news and information and controversial issues. They just have women doing it and asking the questions and being right at the forefront. And then we also joined, we're working with the BBC on a program they have called 50/50, and that has the goal of having 50% of all the guests that come into programs on VOA be women.
As we are wrapping up this interview, what message do you want to send to women, especially those who are young?
I would say that you are a lot better than you think you are. Maybe sometimes the discrimination and the pushback you get and so the difficulties make you think that you're not good enough for it. It's not true. You are good enough for it. So you keep on believing in yourself and keep on pushing for the opportunities. And the fact that you don't get the opportunities doesn't mean that it's your fault. But keep pushing for the opportunities that you deserve.
Thank you. I'm Daniela Jacques, Director of Dauphin News. I was speaking with Amanda Bennett. Thank you, Miss Amanda, for your time.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.